Hey guys! Welcome back to Let's Play Xenogears! Last time we figured out what our plan of attack is, and of course that is to go to the hospital and see if we can keep Faye alive. But since it's time to do important plot-related things, let's do side quests. Pretty much. There's not going to be a lot of side quests, just pretty much this one, and well, I guess I can use somebody different here. Let's use Scythe. It doesn't make a whole lot of difference. Fast forward through that. Oh, yeah, Queenie is the top tier of this game. As you can see, the cards have just arrived and she's already throwing things. So I suck at this game, as I've told you guys before, so this probably won't go well. And I'll probably have to redo this a bunch of times. Hey, look at that. I got a little bit of luck going there. Alright. Well, that's not bad. I didn't do too horribly there. Alright, so we got a king and a 5. Let's go with that one. Hey, that's looking kind of good for me here. Whoa, Jesus Christ, she's fast. I can't believe I beat that.
See? Power isn't everything, is it?
It's always interesting to listen to the voice actors in this game because most of them don't fit. There's something off about Scythe's voice actor, but I guess in a sense it does fit. Anyway, for doing that, we get Death Blower 1, which is not as good as you might think. The way I would have made this item would have been more effective than how it actually is, but I will kind of show it off a little more when we actually get into a battle to use it, because it's hard to explain. Anyway, in the meantime, I'm going to go back to the Yggdrasil, talk to Margie, change up my party members, find all my equipment, and come up with a new party, and I'll meet you on the bridge. Okay, we're back. Now, if you talk to Sigurd there, he'll tell you that Margie has something to tell you. I don't remember exactly what she said, but it's something similar to what she said last time about, you know, feeling lucky that she was the only one that Bart managed to bring away from Nissan and worry about her sisters and all that jazz. Now, Ellie is the default leader at this point. You cannot take her out of the party. And my equipment goes as such. I have Scythe in there still. Give him the long dark coat for more damage. As you can see, he is now a powerhouse. We still got evasion going on here because we're going to be fighting in our gears for the foreseeable future. Now, I didn't upgrade anyone's stuff, but I did resort to response circuits pretty much everywhere. I did upgrade the Heimdall. I just gave him armor and a new frame so he'd have more HP and he wouldn't die. As you can see with his attack there, compared to everyone else's, it still sucks. I haven't upgraded his attack yet because most of the enemies I'm fighting aren't that powerful, and they're just normal enemies. There's only one boss we're going to fight before we have access to the next level of upgrades, so I don't want to spend a butt ton of money upgrading all my gears only to not be able to do anything with them and fight one boss and then have to spend all that money all over again. So I only got him enough stuff to stay alive. Brigadier, we will be using that one. That one's our kind of powerhouse at the moment. I don't have what's his name in the party there, Rico, right now, but I will be bringing him in at different points. Most of the enemies I'm going to be fighting are just random enemies on the world map, and yeah, we're currently anchored at the Thames. Leave the Thames. Improved performance. Yeah, it's just kind of like the other ones there. Pretty much you move around, rotate the camera, and all that jazz. Nothing has really changed all that much. Now, there are different sets of enemies that you can fight on the world map. In the water, in the desert, and on the rest of the land. Now, some of these enemies actually give you worthwhile drops, which is the main reason why I'm just going to go and start showing off all of the different enemies, and you'll be able to see by the background in the battle which enemies they are, and I'll tell you what kind of things they drop, but I won't show me running around. These are wells. These guys have pretty much nothing worthwhile. I don't think they drop anything. They're weak. They're character-sized enemies, and I really don't care about them. Yeah, nothing particularly special there. Next! Alright, we have E-Tones. These guys are a little more powerful than at least the character-sized enemies there. As you can see, Satan, not so useful on the damage right now, but I'm not too worried because, like I said, these enemies aren't all that powerful. And one other note, since I won't have world map running around time to mention it, well, these guys use seal damage, which can hurt. Speaking of being hurt, you can go into the, just press the square button if you're riding on the Yggdrasil, and you'll go to the bridge. That instantly heals your fuel and your HP. So just so you know, you have a free healing point every time you do that, so make sure you make good use of it. Yeah, weak damage. But we don't need much more damage when we have the other two buffed up as much as they are. These guys are important, and I am going to be fighting them a few times if possible, because they drop Seal ARs, which I want to get 3 of. They also drop Ether ARs, which, if possible, I'd like to get 6 of, but I'll probably only get 3. Alright, and here I believe these guys are airwalks or rapid fire, something like that. These guys have a moderate amount of HP, but if you've upgraded your engine, yeah, these are rapid fires. I don't think these guys drop anything that I'm worried about. There are enemies around here that drop lots of different types of items. Some of them are useful, some of them are not. Some of them are worth something, some of them not so much. These guys have less HP than I remember. Of course, they dodge the strongest guy there, and get hit by the weakest guy there and get one-shotted, which is kind of funny. Seriously? Somebody kill this guy. There we go. Weakest guy had to kill him. That's perfect. Alright. Yeah, they can drop response circuits. Actually, not the best thing in the world, because we can fight an enemy that drops magnetic coats, which is why I wasn't too worried about buying them before they became extinct. We will be able to buy them later on in the game, but I can get as many as I want as an easy drop right now if I wanted to. So I will fight some more enemies, show off some more drops, and see you in a moment. Okay, another new enemy. These guys, I don't remember much about these guys. Still love the hearts whenever Ellie attacks. I just think that's completely ridiculous, but still awesome. These guys have a decent amount of HP. These guys are called Breakers. I think they drop something of value, though I can't remember off the top of my head. Fortunately, there's probably like 50 new enemies to show off, and trying to memorize what's in each of them, or spending a lot of time to write down all of the different things, just seems time-consuming. Okay, they dropped extra ARs +4. Woot. I don't care. And we have, I think these guys are called Tusk. These are probably the most dangerous enemies around because, oh wow, this is going to take a long time. Yeah, I'm in trouble in this fight. If these guys are who I think they are, they have 6,000 HP. Either that or my bestiary has the... Oh no, these are mammoths, okay. Whew. Mammoths, not too difficult. They drop, I think, either ether stones or ether resist stone things, whatever those are, I can't remember. Now, there's an enemy called Tusk that you can run into around here that I will probably be running from because I think they have like 6,000 HP. The mammoths have a decent amount of HP as well, but not 6,000. But definitely a lot. Don't do all that much damage though. One thing I should do here is when I get a moment, I'm going to see if I can use air rods. Now, one thing to note since last time, since I haven't really mentioned it, wow, they do have a lot of HP, is since last time we have access to air rods in our special menu there. This is also the same place that your HP restore will show up if you're using that accessory, like I did off screen last time. So air rods cost 400 fuel and usually does quite a bit of damage. However, the damage isn't really enough for me. Not yet, anyway. I will show you a very effective way of making it do a butt-ton more damage. The other thing that we've gotten since last time... Okay, we're gonna attack again, that's fine. I was going to show off what Bart had to offer because he's got a little more to offer himself. Maybe these guys do have 6,000 HP. Jeez, I thought it was the Tusk enemies. Ow. He has the Xenogears Death Charge, which is an ether attack. His ether, it's single targeting, unlike, or maybe it's an aura, like an area of effect or something. I'm not sure. I don't use it very often until much later in the game, mainly because he just does enough damage with his normal attacks to really make it worthwhile. But if these enemies don't fall pretty quickly, I'm just going to fast forward through the rest of the fight because there's not a whole lot special to show off about these guys. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Okay, I will see you at the victory screen there, assuming I actually do defeat these guys. Okay, that didn't really take all that much longer, but oh well. They don't give me any money, and they can drop items. I can't remember what they are, but they're not just not worthwhile. Okay, here we go. We got another new enemy here. These guys are planters. We may have actually fought these guys before, but oh well, they're kind of new-ish now. I think they drop biz fruit. They really don't matter. Even if you're fighting them on the ground, they're not all that difficult to take down. So I wouldn't worry too much about them. Just use probably use triangle attacks with most gears, except for, of course, you know, Heimdall, because he's quite weak at the moment. Well, that's a shitty level up. Yeah, you got biz fruits. They do... Well, let's take a look and see what they do for a quick second here. Let's see. Those items, I believe, restore some EP in battle? Yes, there you go. Non-battle. Okay, yeah, not all that useful. Yay, I guess? Just use one on you, but... Anyway, that's pretty much it. Okay, we got another new enemy. This is the Griffin. This one, kind of mid-level difficulty, if I remember correctly. Can use some reasonably powerful attacks, and you definitely don't want to stay in battle with it too long. Of course, if it misses, that's not a big deal, right? You could use Wild Smile on it if you think it's necessary. I didn't do a great amount of research on, you know, battle strategy for most of these enemies, because it really doesn't have a great deal of challenge, I guess, with these guys. And you can heal after every battle, so it's not like you're going to come in here unprepared and need a good strategy to take them down quickly. They're just going to take a little bit of time. They got a decent amount of HP, can do some decent damage. A lot more HP than I remember them having. It's probably, what, was it 4,000? 3,000? Something like that. Ow. Not really, but ow. These guys can drop something. I don't remember what it is. Seems to be a trend. Probably should have used a death blow instead of a normal attack. There we go. Doesn't matter. It's down. Lots of experience. Okay, they can drop fangs. It's basically an item to sell. We've seen them before. I wouldn't worry. Okay, and we have another new enemy here. These will be called airwalks, I believe. Yeah, there we go. And I guess they're called that because they walk on air. And aren't much of a challenge at all. Just kind of end these guys relatively quickly. There is a really powerful enemy roaming around both the water and the land, named Scythe, which I'm going to try and show off soon. There's also an enemy on land called Shady, who I think is a human character-sized enemy that I have no interest in fighting. Okay, we have another new enemy here. This is probably that shady enemy that I was mentioning before. It falls down. Not a whole lot to them at this point. No items, and that's it. Okay, we finally found him, and I'm probably a little weaker than I would have liked to when I did find him. This is Death Scythe, but it's been so hard to actually encounter this guy. Yeah, you can kind of see why this guy is going to be quite powerful. He's got a lot of defense, and I probably should have used Wild Smile on him because he can deal quite a bit of damage as well. I think he has the ability to instant death, if I'm not mistaken, which kinda sucks. But we're just going to use a weak attack there, build up to a level 2 combo with both of them, and this might be instant death? Nope. I think it has a chance at instant death. It's probably all it is. Let's use Wild Smile on him to prevent him from doing that. I could be thinking of a later version of the same monster. It might not be this version, so let's see if I can deal some damage to this guy here. Yeah, 400. This guy has a lot of HP, and I'm not really built right now to be dealing a whole bunch of damage to it. If it's going to take too long, I will skip through the fight and just kind of show you the last little bit or something like that. Alright, let's see how much damage I can do with a spell. I don't have any magic boosting gear on yet. Not much. Alright, well, yeah, just give me a quick sec here. I'll check to see how much HP this guy has, whittle him down a bit, and then I'll show you the end of the fight. Alright, this guy's only supposed to have 1250 HP, so I just built up everyone's combos. I didn't really do much else other than that, because I've already done about 600 damage to this guy. So he should be pretty close to dead. Yeah, there we go. I just wanted to check more than anything else, because, yeah, he can drop Scales as a rare drop, or Fang as a common drop. Not that they really matter all that much. He's probably one of the more difficult enemies in here because he does take some time. But then again, so does the Mammoth enemy as well. Okay, we're done with pretty much all the battles. Now, take a look where I am on the world map. This is where the beach is that you need in order to get back on the continent of Ignis. And if you do so, you can revisit some locations. Bledevik is under martial law, so you can't do anything over there. Dazzle serves no purpose. Nissan we will be going to probably toward the end of the video, but I do want to show off one thing first. We can now go straight over here towards Nortune. Now, that is a very important thing because we get access to this patch and that little tiny patch in front of me of desert, which has a new enemy to fight. Now, this enemy is very important, very weak, and a great plan if you need to farm money. It's also a great plan if you want to farm magnetic codes, because they drop them with some regularity. And they only have like 200 HP or something ridiculously tiny like that. I don't think you can one-shot them, but okay, they have less than that. My guide might not be wrong. They might have 20 HP. They can drop extra ARs plus 3, or they can drop magnetic coats. Plus, they each drop 500 gold per battle, and so you can fight them over and over and over again very easily and get those items. They're the most common encounter in here, though there are some other encounters with some of the weaker enemies or other enemies. Maybe they're not weak, but they're just not worth fighting, and I don't want to gain too many levels. So what I'm going to do actually is, since I do want to show one fight with them, but right now I've leveled up a little bit, and so I want to switch Satan out for Rico, and then I'll just cut to the next time I beat them and actually get a magnetic coat. Alright, there we go. We finally get the magnetic coat. You didn't get to see who I was actually fighting, but admittedly it was these guys. I think it's their rare drop, which makes it kind of difficult. But either way, I want to grind out enough of them to outfit my party, so I want at least 9, and then what I'll do is I'll sell all my response coats, or my response circuits, and my old circuits, and any of those other ARs that I'm getting that just don't serve any purpose. But yeah, I definitely want to pick up enough magnetic coats to outfit my whole party, because that'll help with evasion and pretty much make me, very difficult to hit for the upcoming areas. Not that we're going to be using much of the mechs for the next couple areas, but after that we'll have, I think, 2 or 3 dungeons in a row that use a lot of gears. So anyway, I'm going to do all of that. There's the Ether ARs, if you were wondering about those. So they just give you Ether defense, which I managed to get 6, so that's nice. And what else did I want to get? Yeah, the seal armor. So seal armor damage is down 50%. These hopefully won't be necessary, but I wanted to get 3 of them just in case I wasn't able to get the seal barriers, which are better ones later in the game, because they're only available in 2 specific fights prior to the boss where they'll be useful. So I want to make sure I get at least 2 so that I have enough here to cover the 3rd character, because reducing seal armor in that boss fight is very important. Anyway, I'm going to farm the rest of these guys here, and then I will see you in a moment. Okay, we're back. Now, as you can see, I've gained a few levels while doing this, not too many, which is nice. I also got a lot of money. I probably got about 50 G. That 50,000. That's quite useful. In the meantime, I did get off my gears real quickly because Bart hadn't got enough points to level up to get Justice there. It was at like 87, so I just fought 1 battle against 4 Hobgobs, used XX to hit all of them, missed 1, and I had enough points after that 1 battle to get to 100, so that's nice. So I think that means everyone, except for maybe Satan, I think Satan's got them all though, has all of their techs up to this point. We can only learn up to the next one there, which we'll get at whatever level we get it at, and then we can't get any more until a certain event later in the game. So I'm pretty much all caught up when it comes to death blows, so that's nice. As far as magnetic coats, they came relatively easily to me. Didn't take me too long. But I did grab a whole bunch of extra ones, so I have 12 extras. So that will be for other characters, so I have enough to pilot or to equip 4 other characters, and right now I only have 2 other characters, one of them being Faye, so can't give many to him right now. But now I'll be able to go and sell all the response circuits because I don't need those, the extra ARs, keep the grounds, get rid of the simple circuits, get rid of the old circuits, extra AR, get rid of that, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Keep those for the moment. Get rid of that. Keep that. Keep those. And get rid of those. Let's see here. Get rid of that. Keep that one for the moment. Actually, that's electrical damage as well. You can probably get rid of that one as well. I've got ground, so I'll be fine. Get rid of that, and keep the Death Blower. You can use the light ARs if you feel like it. They're actually worthwhile. Any of the other armors are just too heavy, and they'll end up reducing your agility if you use too many of them. The defense circuit can go, frame HP 50 can go, lens cover, that can go. Keep the E-circuits, I just bought those recently. And those actually relate to what I'm actually doing here. Now, you get to Nissan the same way you get to Nissan before. You take the Yggdrasil to the tree, you press the X button, you go through another sequence that I don't need to show off because we've already seen it, but it's something we're familiar with. It goes on the counter. I'm not going to add a counter because we didn't see it, but now that we have a good amount of money, let's go and talk to this guy. We're looking for accessories. This is quite important. You definitely want to do this. The Ether Doubler. We have more than enough money now to finally afford one. Now, I've seen people recommend anywhere from 2 to 4 of these. You only need 1. You really don't need any more. Holy Pendant, I want to get 2 of, because, yeah, we're going to actually need that. Unfortunately, they don't have something else I would like, that being the evasion ring, but unfortunately, can't do anything with that. This doubles the amount of HP you get. I talked about this before. This, as far as I'm concerned, is useless. But yeah, so come here for the Ether Doubler and the Holy Pendant. Spend a bunch of money. It's not too big of an issue to us right now. And other than that, can I get out the door if I can find it? that's pretty much all the prep I wanted to do for now. So next time I will meet you back on the Yggdrasil, and we'll be heading for... Get through the doorway, thank you. And we'll be heading back to Aquavie and trying to get where we need to be, and that's the Ethos headquarters, so we can, you know, help Faye get better. Now that we're done screwing around anyway. So that's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.